Hi guys, my name is T. So today I will be demoing our company's products to you guys and show you guys how you guys are going to demo it to your future customers. So the first thing you're going to do is just get a normal sanitary pad from the market. So the first thing you're going to do is open it up, as you can see, and just snip a little bit the front of the sanitary pads. So you should be able to show it to the customers what's the interior of the normal sanitary pads on the market look like. So you can see there's a lot of fluff pulp inside here. So these fluff pulps are all made from recycled newspapers, recycled clothing. It's all been chemically treated by bleach and also formaldehyde, so they could sanitize it and reuse it. So these are essentially recycled cotton, because back in the days, manufacturers would actually use 100% pure cotton, but right now it's just financially not viable for them to do it anymore. So right now they will just use recycled cotton, unlike our product, right? So you should put it to the side. So this is our company's sanitary pad products. So as you can see, it's been sealed 360 degrees, so it's completely airtight. So you can open it and show it to your customer, right? You can see it's completely airtight, and you should be able to open it like that, like so. And then, so what you're gonna do, the first thing is that you should show your customer how thin it actually is, because it's really thin. So you're gonna open it, and I'm just gonna snip it as well. So if you snip it out, you can actually see, if you carefully, you can actually peel the first layer of our sanitary pad off. So if I peel it off, right? So this is our sanitary pad, the first layer. As you can see, it is made from non-woven fabric, right? So it's very thin, very comfortable, and it's also the non-woven fabric is also used in a lot of surgical wear in hospitals. So it has very good antibacterial properties, right? So this is the first layer of our product. So the second layer is arguably our most important part of our product, which is the strip, right? So the strip contains a lot of elements inside it. There's 9 elements inside of it. So on the market these days, most of the sanitary pads on the market, some of them will also have strip in it. But the main difference is the number of elements that's inside the strip. So for our company's products, we have 9 elements inside of it. So I'll talk about this a little bit later. So the next layer I'm going to show you is the third layer, right? So if you peel it off, you can see the third layer is actually encapsulated. So the next part is actually this, right? So this is the super absorbent polymer, so which has amazing water absorbing ability to it. So it can actually absorb quite a lot of water. So if the next thing I'll do is just let your customer feel it, see how thin it is. So I'm just going to pour some water. So for this cup, I'm going to pour half a cup of water, so it's around 50%. So this one I'm going to fill it with 80% water. So rather the idea is that you're just going to show them the absorption quality between our product and the products on the market right now. So this is the ones on the market right now, on retail store these days. So I'm just going to fill the entire thing in. So this is only half a cup of water. So if I put it in, as you can see, it's still pretty solid. So this is the super absorbent polymer. So if I pour this in, so this technically has much more water compared to this one. So I'm just going to put this in, because the idea is that the sanitary pads are supposed to absorb blood during your menstruation. So you're just going to put it in and see how much it absorbs over the course when I've talked through this. So the last layer of our product is the non-adhesive layer. Is the adhesive layer. Sorry, is the adhesive layer. So as you can see, it is very thin and it's not that sticky. Yeah. So it's the technology used is sort of similar to bubblegum technology. So if I peel it, it's it's very easy to tear off. Unlike this one, you see, it feels kind of like plasticky, so it's not very easy to be peeled off. So if you look at the back of the adhesive layer, there's little microscopic pores in it. So the microscopic pores are smaller than liquid molecules but larger than gaseous molecules. So the adhesive layer is also very breathable and will provide aeration to the genital areas, right? So it's very comfortable to wear. So as you can see, sometime later, this is the one that we put this super absorbent polymer in it. As you can see, it's all gelatinous compared to this one, right? So there's so much water in it. So if I invert it, you see there's no water flowing out. So it doesn't just absorb the water, it also holds the water in place. So the idea is that you can actually hold the amount of blood inside it, so it wouldn't so there won't be any side leakage. Unlike this one, right? This one I put the entire sanitary pad inside, so it is still a lot of water left. So that's the main difference. So the next part I'm going to talk about is actually the strip, alright? So the strip has 9 elements inside of it. So there aren't any drugs inside it. So it's not like you put Panadol, or it's not like Panadol. So if you go to the drugstore, you have a fever, so you pop a Panadol a day, so the fever will go away. But you shouldn't have a Panadol pill every day. So for our strip, there's no drugs inside of it. So the idea is that you can actually wear this almost every single day to help with your gynecological health. So the first element that's inside it, as you can see from this book, is actually called the negative ion, or it's called the anion, right? So the anion the main function is to remove odor and also purify your genital areas, which would prevent the overgrowth of bacteria. But then again, there are some bacteria that are much more resistant. So you have the second element, which is the nano-silver ion, which has anti-inflammatory properties, antibacterial properties, and also anti-pruritic properties. So it would prevent irritation, and also has antiseptic properties as well, which will also prevent your genital tract infections. So silver is such a common ingredient in Chinese medicine, so we would put that. So it is a very important element in our strip. So the third element is also called germanium. Germanium is actually found in lingzhi mushroom. In lingzhi mushroom, it has the highest germanium component among all elements out there on Earth, right? So in lingzhi mushroom, there's actually 14% germanium. So we actually derive germanium from the lingzhi mushroom and integrate it inside the strip. So germanium, the main function of germanium actually is to prevent skin erosion, promote cell repairing, and also promote cell regeneration. So if you have any kind of wounds in your wound, it will actually promote cell repairing and cell regeneration. So depending on your body immune system, it will actually promote it to heal faster. So these 3 are the main elements that will actually help women in preventing bacterial growth, prevent irritation, also prevent genital odor. But then there are other issues that women may be facing as well, such as dysmenorrhea, which is severe pain or cramps during menstruation. There's also infertility as well. There's also something we call it as a cold uterus. So there are other elements that will help women in conquering that. So the fourth element that we're going to talk about is actually called the infrared. So the infrared is actually supposed to warm up the uterus, right, to combat the cold uterus. So it will keep the uterus warm. It will prevent blood clots from forming and also remove blood clots as well. So it will actually help with the woman who has cold uterus. So the fifth element that I'm going to talk about is actually called biomagnetism. It would improve microcirculation and also improve in lymphatic circulation as well. So biomagnetism is actually very good for patients with hemorrhoids. So it actually promotes hemorrhoids healing. Patients with hemorrhoids also. So especially it is integrated in the strip for panty liners. So you can actually wear them every day, which would help with patients with hemorrhoids. So the other element that I'm going to talk about is actually called tourmaline. This is very good for excellent in actually increasing energy levels for users, and also it's actually very energizing and also increase in vitality as well. So the other element I'm going to talk about is actually called zinc. So zinc is actually it's only integrated in the energizing panty liner, which is this one. No, sorry, it's this one, the energizing panty liner, which is specifically for men only. So zinc is actually very common in improved sperm quality production, increased libido, and also increased energy for overall. So it also could promote the production of testosterone as well. So the second last element I'm going to talk about is actually called snow lotus, right? So snow lotus is only available in nourishing panty liner, which is this one. So this is the panty liner that you would wear if you have severe dysmenorrhea. So for women who has severe dysmenorrhea in hospitals these days, the doctors would actually normally recommend three treatment options. So the first treatment option is actually for hormonal prescription, which means that you go on a hormone. They will prescribe you with hormonal medication that you have to eat, that you have to have every day to regulate your hormonal cycle. And then the second option is for painkillers or something called analgesics. So painkillers are very good for you to have every day, and it would ultimately result in addiction as well. And technically speaking, you're not exactly solving the problem; you're just reducing the symptoms. So some women who have severe endometriosis, which is severe cramping pain during menstruation, doctors will actually prescribe for a complete hysterectomy, which is the removal of the uterus to actually completely resolve the problem. So with the nourishing panty liner, our goal is to help women with severe dysmenorrhea. So with the addition of snow lotus inside it, which has the symbiotic effect with far infrared. So these two work really, really well together in a way that it would actually warm out the uterus, prevent blood clot from forming, and also relieve pain as well. So the combination of these two elements will actually help women with severe dysmenorrhea, which is the cramping pain during menstruation. So this is actually integrated in the nourishing panty liner. So if you have severe dysmenorrhea, you should wear nourishing panty liner every day, and during your menstruation you can wear our sanitary pads. So this will help women before menstruation. So when women who are having menstruation, so you won't feel like severe cramping pain. So our company's policy is that if you continuously been wearing these 6 boxes of nourishing panty liner and there's you don't feel any effect, or you don't feel any pain relieving after 6 boxes of using it, our company will offer you a full refund. That's our company's promise to you. So the last element I'm going to talk about is actually called Texas kinesis, right? So it's arguably the most important element inside our strip. So now I'm just going to show you a demo of this. So I'm going to pour this shot glass full of water. So I'm just going to add 6 drops of pause. Okay, so as you can see, there's a shot glass full of water with almost 5 to 6 drops of iodine inside it. So the iodine represents free radicals in our environment. So there's a lot of pollution, free radicals inside of it. Any kind of oxidative materials that you've been eating, pollutants from the environment, it will cause oxidation, right? So there are essentially free radicals. So as you can see, the water would turn completely yellow. So this is an instant noodle. So the instant noodle will actually, technically speaking, is representing the cells in our body, right? So if I put the instant noodle in, it will turn black. Yeah, because of the oxidating properties, because of the free radicals. As you can see, it will turn a brownish gray in color. Yeah, so if I pour it to the next one, see, can you see that? It's black in color, right? So the cells have been oxidized. So this strip, because of the Texas kinesis, it will neutralize the free radicals and also has antioxidation properties, right? So if I put it in, as you can see, the water turned clear instantly, right? Almost instantly. And if you left it for some time, the instant noodles will revert back to white in color, which also means that the cells have received the antioxidative properties as well. So what makes this Texas kinesis so amazing is that it is actually a natural product. It's basically a plant, right? So the plant has been around for almost 2.5 million years ago. So it is actually natural. It's a natural derivative of paclitaxel. So paclitaxel is actually a derivant for chemotherapy drugs, right? For cancer drugs. So chemotherapy drugs is basically meant to treat cancer. So any kind of cancer is actually due to any kind of cancer formation is due to the exposure of free radicals, which would result in DNA mutation, which would result in cancer formation or tumor formation. So the paclitaxel actually neutralize free radicals. So when you use the natural element of the Texas kinesis, it will result in it will neutralize the free radicals, which should prevent cancer formation, such as uterine cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer, and also ovarian cancer. So these 4 cancers are the main thing that the strip itself will target, and also especially for energizing peritonitis, which is specifically for men, it will also prevent prostate cancer as well. So as you can see, it will turn almost white in color. Yeah. So if I pour the rest of this in, you see that the remaining iodine would also turn colorless as well. So if you leave it for long enough, the instant noodle will slowly turning to white in color as well, as you can see. So these are the most important properties for our strip. So yeah, I think that's it for now. So for our next video, we'll talk about the antibacterial wash and also antibacterial essence. So thank you for listening. Bye.